Yo, what's everyone? What's the Dark Horse? Hope you're doing well. Welcome. So basically, we're just going to be going over the upcoming updates for obviously the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. It has been stressing me out, so it's nice to see some changes, but we'll get into that very shortly. These are the new campaign missions for the NNR rarity event. So if you inflict damage on your opponent in the exhibition, 100,000 damage, you get yourself you get 50, 100, 150, 190, 20. 250 gems, which is not bad, you know, for just basically just playing it. But win a duel in exhibition, plus you got to think, if you add those 10 duels as well, obviously you get an extra 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you're looking at about an extra 500 gems and then 550. Definitely worth the grind, bearing in mind obviously the new pack is coming out very soon, coming next month. So we'll jump into that now. I've got something on my arm, I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, so basically, to all duelists, a new selection pack has arrived April the 4th. Cards newly included in selection packs will also be available for master packs. Brand new archetypes storm into play. Get the Despia that fuse with light and dark monsters, the Magiki that work ritual and fusion summons like magic, and the Gunkun that draw out XZ monster effects with different material combinations. Cards that work well with these new monsters included SR Dramaturge the Despia. So the ability to negate an effect monster's effect on the field when a fusion, synchro, XZ or link monster is special summoned is a strong power. Not only can you choose which monster will trigger the activation and seal away its effect, you can also activate it to seal other monsters' effects and use tactics to take advantage of the fusion monster's special summons. It also combines that with the effect of special summoning itself when it's used as a fusion summon material, so it perfectly complements a deck that makes full use of fusion summons. With an attack of 3000 and all those effects, this powerful monster can really put your opponent on edge. If you're unfamiliar with the card, I've just put it up on the screen. It looks pretty solid, to be honest. I have not followed Despia, so I don't really know the full capability of the power, but then thinking of it being able to prevent effects from fusion, synchros, annex or link monsters, you could shut down a lot of decks, which is very effective. And not only that, we now have Despian Quarantis. This fusion monster must be fusion summoned with a Despia monster and a light or dark monster. Its mighty quick effect can be activated during one another's main phase to reduce all face-up monsters attack to 0 until the end of the turn, excluding level 8 or above fusion monsters. If you activate the effect after your opponent finishes unveiling their plan, you can make their attack waver on this very own turn. Even if it leaves the field because of an opponent's effect, you can follow it up with the effect that allows you to add the next monster from your deck to your hand or special summon it. So be energetic in the attempt to fusion summon it. Honestly, literally, all that's floating around my head right now is the fact you can fuse and obviously stuff with light or dark monsters. I feel like this could be a possibility of combining the two of Unchained with Despia. I feel like the combination of those two would be pretty solid because you have the ability to be able to special summon due to a monster being destroyed by battle or card effect through the Unchained. And then also you have the effect of Despia to be able to negate monsters' effects on the field. So I think it would be pretty solid to run. Also, on top of that, we have 3 other ultra rare cards to be included into this kind of set. We have the Iris Sword Soul, Starving Venomy Dragon, and Anti-Human Intelligence Messiah. But yeah, as you can see, obviously, so Starving Venomy, you can tag one face-up monster your opponent controls until the end phase. This card's name becomes the monster's original name and replaces this effect with the monster's original effect. Then the monster loses 500 attack and defense. Its effects are negated. Also inflict 500 damage to your opponent. You can only use this effect of Starving Venomy once per turn. If this card is in the monster zone, it's destroyed. You can place this card in your pendulum zone, which is not bad. Definitely a good combination. Super Poly is definitely something I'm going to have to craft at ultra rare. So all I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, is save your gems. Genuinely, really. Wait till this pack drops. For Iris, we have during your main phase, if a monster whose effects are negated is on the field, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. If your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can activate one of these effects based on where it was special summoned from. Special summon one monster from your hand. Deck, draw 2 cards. Extra deck, destroy one of those monsters special summoned from the extra deck. That's actually sick. Wow, that's crazy. So if they ended up link summoning and we special summoned it, we could special summon a monster. Oh, you could destroy the monster. And if it's special summon from the deck, which obviously Tri-Brigade and kind of things like that do have, obviously we could pick up 2 cards, which is great. And then special summon 1 monster from your hand. Not bad at all. Not bad. Cool. Right, now we're going to be moving on to Beyond Speed. We're heading into like Synchro territory here, which is not my strongest thing. I'm not really keen on Synchros, if I'm being honest, but we'll go through it anyway. I've just realised I haven't read over Anti-Human. My bad. Right, so let me just drag him over to here. You can reveal this card in your hand, add 1 other Pendulum monster from your hand, or 1 card from your Pendulum zone to its owner's extra deck face up. And if you do special summon this card, you can only use this effect of Anti-Human Intelligence Misaya once per turn. If another monster is normal special summon while you control this card, send that monster to the graveyard during the end phase of this turn. Nice. Not bad. Okay, so here we go. The Synchros. Beyond Speed. The Synchro Summon Specialist, Speed Roy Majestic, and Fleur have new cards. Combine them with the existing cards added to this pack that complement them to make a whole new Synchro deck. Synchros are absolutely insane as it is, let alone adding freaking more to them. You know one thing they need to add to this game? Ban lists, man. They need to just give us, it's great giving us new cards and stuff, but no one's going to run these new cards without banning the ones that everyone overuses. But that's just my opinion anyway. Right, okay. A level 11 dragon type synchro monster with 4000 attack. The beauty of negating an opponent's monster effect or the activation of your opponent's effect is that in a single one of your turns you can handle 2 of your opponent's monsters. Then if you have Stardust Dragon or a Synchro monster with the name in your graveyard, you can increase the number of attacks even further. Depending on your deck construction, you can make this battle ready monster even more aggressive. Okay, so here it is. So must first be special summoned. Once per turn you can negate the effects of 1 effect monster your opponent controls. This card gains 1 additional attack each battle phase for every monster in the graveyard that is Stardust Dragon or is a Synchro monster with Stardust Dragon in its text. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can banish this card until the end phase. And if you do negate the activation, if you do that, banish that card. I feel like this is going to be crazy, but then trying to get it out, I know people end up going with a little RC car and things like that. So fair play to them, you know what I mean? But it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out and how we can counter it. You got to think as well, obviously, with the other cards that we spoke about, the Despia, they could obviously counter it. Maybe. We'll see. It's going to be exciting to see, obviously, different decks being used. But like I said, we need a ban list. An up-to-date one. Additionally, we also have a level 10 Dragon-type Synchro monster, which is obviously Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. So basically, when your opponent's monster activates an effect, its original attack is added to this monster's. That's crazy. And this monster is not affected by monster effects your opponent activates. So we obviously have to use like Regeki maybe. This effect lasts until the end of this turn. So if you activate it against a monster with very high attack, you can face down your opponent's monsters with an attack that's even higher. Since it can also negate the effects of other spell and trap cards, it's a good card to bring into a fight against a deck that centers on monster effects as a strategy. So wait, it's just a continuous thing. Like, so genuinely, if this is out on the field, yeah, and someone was to activate, like let's say Tri-Brigade has a massive amount of obviously special summons or Prank Kids or Thunder Dragons or Dragon Maid, whatever. This dude's just going to continuously keep increasing his attack. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect. Oh, it's once per turn. Okay, cool. Except during the damage step, quick effect. You can activate this effect until the end of the turn. This face-up card is then affected by the activated effects of your opponent's monsters. Also, this card gains attack equal to the opponent's monster's original attack. Once per turn, when a spell or trap or effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate the activation if you destroy that card. If this Synchro summoned card you control is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can add 1 wind monster from your deck to your hand. At least they're both once per turn, because some of these cards out there are absolutely disgusting. They really are. Like, they're just unbelievably so overpowered, like with their effects not being once per turn. Heralds are one of them. That bloody Bistro Butcher or whatever it's called for Prank Kids. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, obviously others include ultra rare Baronne de Fleur, ultra rare high speed Clear Wing Rider, and an ultra stellar wind Wolfayette. Obviously, I'll read through their effects anyway. Obviously, that's why I've got them up on screen. So here we go. Baronne de Fleur. If you're not familiar, once per turn you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Once while this face up on the field, When a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. You can only use the previous effect of Baron de Flow once per turn. Once per turn during the standby phase, you can target one level 9 or lower monster in your graveyard. Return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon that monster, which is not bad, depending on how and what you're going to run and how it's going to play out. But yeah, you also have, you can only control one Stellar Wind Wolfer yet. Gains 300 attack each time another monster's effect is activated. While the attack of this card is less than 4,000, once per turn, this card's attack is 4,000. Whoa, wait. While the attack of this card is less than 4,000. Once per turn, if this card's attack is 4,000 or higher, quick effect, you can shuffle both this card and all monsters your opponent controls into the deck. That is insane. I highly rate that card very much. Then we have our high-speed Clearwing Rider. So once per turn during your main phase, you can roll a 6-sided die and shuffle wind monsters from your graveyard into your deck up to the result. Then you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number shuffled. And if you do, this card gains 500 attack for each card destroyed by this effect until the end of this turn. During an opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can tribute this Synchro summoned card, special summon up to 2 level 7 Wind Synchro with different names from each other from your extra deck. That's insane. Definitely worth it though. So also jumping down obviously to this point, let me just clear up all of this. I think I just delete the wrong thing. Maybe not. I don't know. Why is this not fitting the screen? What's going on? What is going on here? Yeah, so the end of offer packs. The following selection packs will not be available after April the 4th. Revival of Legends and Stalwart Force. If you're not familiar what packs those are, they're these ones literally on screen. Yeah, it's literally these packs right here. But yeah, so selection packs will only be available during this specific sale period. Please check the sale page for the number of days remaining until the end of the sales period. Selection packs may be sold again another time after the end of the sale period. For details, go to the shop, selection pack details, important notes. So obviously we're getting rid of these 2 set packs, and we're obviously going to be getting ourselves a new selection pack, which comes on April the 4th. So it's not far off, obviously. So save your gems, build up your packs and whatnot, grind as much as you can. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's the first time we're actually doing one of these type of videos, but I hope it's been beneficial for you all. Take care of yourselves. See you next time. Peace. Like, subscribe, and share. Bye.